The old video game console sat collecting dust in the attic. It had been years since anyone had played it, and the children who used to gather around the TV to play had all grown up and moved on. But one day, a curious teenager stumbled upon the console and decided to give it a try. As soon as he plugged it in, the screen flickered to life and a game began to load. The game was called Demon's Playground, and it was unlike anything the teenager had ever seen before. The graphics were dark and twisted, and the gameplay was fast and frenetic. But the teenager couldn't resist the lure of the game, and he began to play. At first, everything seemed normal. The teenager worked his way through levels, defeating enemies and solving puzzles. But as he progressed, the game took on a darker tone. The enemies became more sinister, and the puzzles more twisted. And then, something strange happened. As the teenager played, he began to feel as if the game was controlling him. He couldn't stop playing, even when he wanted to. He felt as if a force was driving him deeper and deeper into the game, and he knew that he was in serious trouble. As the teenager's obsession with the game grew, strange things began to happen in the real world. Objects moved on their own, and strange noises echoed through the house. The teenager's friends and family tried to intervene, but they were powerless against the evil that had taken hold of the game. One night, as the teenager sat playing the game, the screen suddenly went black. When it came back on, the teenager was no longer in his bedroom. He was in the game, standing in the middle of a dark and twisted landscape. The teenager tried to escape, but no matter which way he turned, he was met with more levels of the game. He realized that he was trapped, and that the only way out was to beat the game. But as he played on, the game became more and more difficult. The enemies were stronger, and the puzzles more fiendish. The teenager began to fear that he would never escape. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the teenager emerged victorious. The screen went black one last time, and when it came back on, the teenager was back in his bedroom, the game console turned off. The teenager was terrified, but relieved to be free. He vowed never to play that evil video game again, and he made sure to destroy the console, just to be safe. From that day on, he lived a normal life, free from the horrors that had once trapped him inside the game.
Leave a like and subscribe for more scary stories.